And now it's time to cover a corridor aspect of bridge information modeling. We'll use corridor functionality to model SuperStructure, and also I'll demonstrate how quick it is to modify peer arrangement and then apply corridor on top of it. So first of all, I would remove this feature line. I can remove these little gears like that, and we can slide these guys a bit closer to the center. Of course, not forgetting about feature line vertices, which are left there. And apply that. Data band updates and peer layout updates. And then here I've prepared some assemblies, which are mostly consisting of an out-of-the-box subassemblies, and one of them is a subassembly from ANZ country kit from RMS. So this is called number transform. So what this one is doing is it's transforming one value to another using a particular formula. So if I create fresh assembly right here, and it's not so easy to understand what exactly this subassembly is doing by just looking at it, but you can guess by choosing transform type parameters. So these are parameters available with this country kit version of it. So you specify starting value, ending value, and then it will do the calculation. It's probably easier to understand how it works by looking at this Excel spreadsheet I built. So here we have starting value, end value, delta is the difference between them, and then baseline, region, start, and end. So here, this is a range of stations, station delta, and then various rules of transitioning. The only shape which was missing in this custom subassembly was a full parabolic curve, which I was lucky enough to be able to get access to that PKT file, and I've just sort of improved it with this curve. And another thing I did was I made it so that it's not a link, but it's just a point. So out of the box subassembly can be used, but with some limitations and maybe not as conveniently as the one I modified. So let's delete that. So this is a subassembly called number transform point. Okay, and here what it does is it does, for the start of a bridge, it does parabolic out transition from this value to this, and then the same on the other side, because here assembly is built as a road would be built, because there are two sides. If you go to assembly properties, this is how it's constructed, and then the quad component, which is this one. That's the subassembly which was presented by Eric Silwick, who did a couple of classes about building reusable subassemblies and using reusable subassemblies. You might be familiar with that. So this is the quad subassembly. I think I just added additional coding to it, and otherwise it's the same as was provided by him. So here this slope comes from one of the previous links, and the inside height, which is the depth, comes from this output value. So if we create a corridor, yes, and we'll use, say, parabolic start, and we'll say that it should start from here and it will end at abutment B. Can rebuild the corridor, and this is how it will look. So now it looks a bit ugly with less frequency, but here it is. Then we will split this region into the starting part, and then we'll split this one as well. Then I'll go to the corridor properties, and here I would change this one to parabolic middle part and then parabolic end. So this is all done. Let's adjust the frequency so that it looks a bit nicer. Hit OK. And rebuild the corridor. So now we would need to get rid of additional feature lines applied, or let's say here. So this is, we are switching the code set style, and now we have hidden lines shown, because for they're tapering down, because here these quad subassemblies, they have an outside slope applied. That's how the shape is driven. And then for the soffit of this superstructure, we have this link called soffit, and then we would be able to get to the corridor surfaces and link this, to create this surface using this soffit link. Overhang correction should be bottom links, and then we'll apply corridor extensors outer boundary, build the corridor. This is not so pretty surface, but we are able now to create surface profile, and we'll add it to here. So now we have our superstructure soffit drawn in the profile view. Of course, this surface can be set to no display, and then here let's do something else. So this surface should be rebuilt automatic, and now we can play with the parameters here. So let's say if for the middle we want it to be not 6 meter deep but 5, and let's do the same for these ones. So I'm just selecting those number transform point on the yes easy because here it should be value 2 and at the end it should be value 1, so the starting value should be 5. And now when we rebuild the corridor, it recalculates the curves. And then these feature lines, since we still kept them non-exploded, we can also relink to the soffit of the deck. If you go to projections, here we are now able to select this surface. Okay, so now they are following the deck soffit. So this is it for this type of superstructure.